The pirates are out to get you. Don't let them brand you with their mark. Piracy funds organised crime and will destroy our film and video industry. Piracy costs jobs and will destroy our music and publishing industry. Piracy funds terrorism and will destroy our development and your future enjoyment. Don't touch the hot stuff. Cool is copyright. Copyright is a matter of fact.
'Bienvenidos a Cinema Piratadiso'. La peli de esta noche es La vida es la monda, dirigida por Judah Patou. Está basada en su vida e interviene en su familia y algunos amigos. Espero que disfruten estas 3 horas y media.
Dick more power, never fail. Confidence soaring, feeling so strong. Male superiority all day long. Don't want the hassle of babysitting? Dick's more growth, no quitting. Dial the hotline, don't delay. Call 1111111 today. Dick after Dick rising high. In this world, it's do or die. Power and confidence on demand. Get yours now. Take a stand. In the market for dominance and might, more Dicks, more strength. Take flight. Every purchase, a step ahead. Join the ranks. Don't be misled. No time for doubt. No time to wait. More Dicks, more growth. Seal your fate. Dial the hotline. Don't delay. Call 1111111 today. Dick after Dick, rising high. In this world, it's do or die. Power and confidence on demand. Get yours now. Take a stand. More Dicks mean you're free. Grab your chance, don't hesitate. Get more Dicks, it's your fate. Dick after Dick, rising high. In this world, it's do or die. Power and confidence on demand. Get yours now. Take a stand. So don't miss out. Make the call. More Dicks, rise above them all. Dial the hotline, don't delay. Call 1111111 today.
没有姑娘永远18岁，但只要你努力，永远有18岁的姑娘。
listen up. Let me lay it down. Dick more power, wear the crown. Confidence soaring, feeling strong. Male superiority all day long. No hassle with babysitting strife. More growth, it's your life. Dial the hotline, make the play. Call today, don't delay. Dick after dick, rising high in this world, reach for the sky. Power and confidence on demand. Get yours now, take a stand. In the market, dominance and might. More dicks, take flight. Every purchase, step ahead. Join the ranks, don't be misled. No time for doubt, no time to wait. More dicks, seal your fate. Dial the hotline, make the choice. Call today, hear the voice. More dicks mean you're free. Seize your chance, don't hesitate. Get more dicks, it's your fate. In this world, rise above, don't wait. So make the call, rise above. More dicks, show your love. Dial the hotline, don't delay. Call today, make your way.
Beginning user.
See the troubleshooting information in Section 5. Okay.
By 1998, half of American households will have computers. Jamie Gold swears she'll have crossed the Great Divide by then.
How the hell do you do this?
Swears a lot, in fact. Reed Galen, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Listen up, let me break it down. Dick more power, wear the crown. Confidence soaring, feeling strong, male superiority all day long. No hassle with babysitting strife, Dick's more growth, it's your life. Dial the hotline, make the play, call today, don't delay. Dick after dick, rising high. In this world, reach for the sky. Power and confidence on demand. Get yours now, take a stand. In the market, dominance and might. More dicks, take flight. Every purchase, step ahead. Join the ranks, don't be misled. No time for doubt, no time to wait. More dicks, seal your fate. Dial the hotline, make the choice. Call today, hear the voice. More dicks mean you're free. Seize your chance, don't hesitate. Get more dicks, it's your fate. In this world, rise above, don't wait. So make the call, rise above. More dicks, show your love. Dial the hotline, don't delay. Call today, make your way.
He explains how people imagine seeing extraterrestrials, strange balls of light, or UFOs when they see a crop circle. Matthew, however, claims that crop circle design is actually a creative art done by human beings. He also explains that teams sometimes challenge each other to amaze the public by showing what they can do in an evening. At times, Matthew is disturbed by some of the beliefs about crop circles. He thinks that some people are using the circles to push their own unusual theories. In his years of making crop circles, Matthew's never seen any evidence that aliens made them. In his opinion, crop circles are definitely not signs of intelligent life in outer space. But perhaps opinions like Matthew's are a sign of one kind of intelligent life on Earth.
A billion years is here, compressed into a few seconds. In some cases, spiral arms form all by themselves. In other cases, the close gravitational encounter of two galaxies will draw out spiral arms. But when two nearby galaxies collide, like a bullet through a swarm of bees, the stars hardly collide at all. The shapes of the galaxies can be severely distorted.
Johnny is a... You go just a bit
Este mundo y que sabe
You don't want to watch it. If you watch it, bad things will happen.
What are you doing that for?
Artistic as shit. I'm fucking
Track 4.
Company. Holy Island trip. 23rd of August 2007 with John Winstanley walking off in the distance. Another view of Linda's fine castle on Holy Island. It's been an absolutely gorgeous day.
But in this cusp period, so to speak, what we're seeing is a lot of Caixin ways with male patriarchy, strong government institutions, even corporate institutions, that are really set in their ways of telling people what to believe, how to experience. It doesn't work as well anymore, because it's a new age, new dawn. And so that rebellion we're seeing is a struggle to hold on to the Caixin way that can only hold on for so long. And the events of the world these past few years are there to urge us all to wake up. And sometimes a little hope will do it, sometimes it needs a huge push. But we're all being called to really raise and elevate our consciousness to handle this new age.
And what do you do, John?
Just wander about.
That's a good occupation.
Oh, just wandering about. Just wandering.
Where?
Roundabout.
What have you been doing?
Wandering. Anywhere in particular?
No, I just thought that I'd wander.
Oh, that's what I was going to do.
Aquí andamos en el progreso. Venimos a cortarle el pelo al sobrino. Esos son los famosos taxis, tuk-tuk. Ahorita vamos rumbo al mercado. Aquí les muestro los teléfonos públicos. Aquí estamos en los comerciales, donde está el parqueo para los carros. Lo que es allá está el mercado.
Nosotros hacemos comida con...
Ahorita vamos a cortarle el pelo al niño.
¡Apúrese!
Ya vamos por mi aldea, Canoas, Jutiapa, rumbo a la casa de mis hermosos padres. Así son las carreteras. Aquí es donde ellos viven.
La productora ha sido muy amable al dejarte proyectar su película.
¿Dejarme? Cariño, la película me la he descargado de internet ilegalmente.
¿Descargado ilegalmente?
of the men's table tennis competition in singles. I'm Spencer Ross, along with Sean O'Neill, captain of the United States men's table tennis team. Bud Collins alongside. A pair of Koreans are shooting for the gold, Yoonam Kyu and Kim Ki-taek. They've now moved into the third game. Kim Ki-taek took game number 1. Yoonam Kyu took the second game. Now, a pair of Koreans battling it out, Sean O'Neill. The intensity that these two players have exhibited, are you surprised?
Not at all. This is for an Olympic gold medal, and everyone should realize that. They've been roommates for the past week. They want to beat each other as bad as they can. Okay, and as far as Yoonam Kyu is concerned, he is the Asian Games champion. Bud Collins, you've watched this young man. We've been watching him throughout this tournament. Does he remind you in particular of any great athletes you've ever seen before?
Well, the ubiquitous Mr. Yu. First of all, I'm a newspaper guy. He uses the pen holder grip, so I like that. But he does remind me of two champions. Marvelous Marvin Hagler, the way the left hook goes cross-court. And then John McEnroe, he can hit it inside out, and he's a knockout puncher from Busan.
A knockout puncher from Busan. Yoonam Kyu is 20 years of age. As I mentioned, he did win the Asian Games championship, and he is indeed a hero in his nation of Korea. Kim Ki-taek, there's a lot of rooting interest in this young man. The right-hander can really fire the ball, and he is 25 years of age. Kim Ki-taek hails from Seoul. So the crowd is kind of getting on his side. And as I mentioned, game number 1 went to Kim Ki-taek. Number 2 to Yoonam Kyu. Let's pick up the action right now in the third game. Certainly wiggled it. It is now 12-8.
Here you see Yoonam Kyu away from the table. Kim Ki-taek puts a drop shot and tries to fake him out with all these extra swings.
And that's the wiggle.
Kim Ki-taek trying to battle back here in this, the third game. And a little visit to the towels, and which is really against the rules. It can only be done after 5 service points, but at that point you saw the scorekeeper come over and kind of wipe off the table. There's a lot of perspiration perhaps dripping on that table.
Even the table's sweating.
Straight power from both players. Yoonam Kyu finally putting in the big forehand loop. Great block. Power punch. Yoonam Kyu with the heavy topspin that Kim Ki-taek can't cover.
That's all you can really do if your pen holder is blocking that backhand.
Exactly right, Spencer.
11-19, Kim.
That forehand loop, is that going 100 miles an hour, Sean?
Easily, and what he puts on the second one after the big one to the forehand is side spin, makes it even more difficult to track.
2 points away from winning this third game, and it is now game point as it becomes 11-20. The serve to Kim Ki-taek. And that is it.
Game to you.
The power, the strength, the talent of Yoonam Kyu wraps up this third game and gives Yoonam Kyu a 2-game-to-1 lead in his fight for the gold. As we take a look at match point once again, has he almost just about given up right here, Kim Ki-taek?
I think he has. He's standing straight up on the backhand block. He doesn't seem too disappointed. He's going to be thinking about this fourth game now.
Fourth game is coming right up, and right here through 3 games.
James Strom Thurman. Fritz, he was one complex guy.
There's not enough troops in the army to force their southern people to break down segregation.
For what else would explain that he asked, I'm told by Nancy, a guy named Biden from the state of Delaware, to be one of his eulogists. And Strom, I won't forgive you. Lindsay, I always thought I was in control, but I knew down deep I wasn't. And I think this is his last laugh.
When I marched in the civil rights movement, I came out of the civil rights movement. I participated in sit-ins to desegregate the rest. When I was one of those guys that sat in and marched and all that stuff, I marched with tens of thousands. With all due respect, that's a bunch of malarkey. I was not an activist. I worked at an all-black swimming pool. I was involved, but I was not out marching. I was not down in Selma. I was not anywhere else. I was involved in what they were thinking, what they were feeling.
It was the mid-1970s. What's less known is how he followed the lead of some of the Senate's most fervent segregationists. On March 25th, 1977, Biden wrote, "My bill strikes at the heart of the injustice of court-ordered busing. It prohibits the federal courts from disrupting our educational system."
My message to the students inside the encampment is go back to class and stop the nonsense.
The avant-garde received their name for their fighting spirit. Avant-garde is French for vanguard, a military term used to describe the front line of an army moving into battle, moving into battle, moving into battle.
Pro-Palestinian protests are spreading. Demonstrations have erupted at dozens of campuses coast to coast.
That this country will remain forever a Jewish state, even if it forces us to make sometimes sacrifices and concessions which we don't do out of love.
There's no apology to be made. None. It is the best $3 billion investment we make. Whether or not in Israel, the United States of America would have to invent an Israel to protect her interest in the region.
Jerusalem has long been the focal point of the still unsolved problem of Palestine. It was in the wing on the right of the picture that the terrorists placed their explosive. The hotel housed the British Army headquarters and the Palestine government offices, and casualties were very heavy. The Jewish terrorist organization, Hwiy openly admitted responsibility.
Any time that we provide items like white phosphorus or really anything to another military, we do it with the expectation that it will be used for legitimate purposes.
Netanyahu found himself at the center of the anger.
The kind of incitement, the portrayal of Rabin.
Netanyahu would later say he never saw the ugliest moments that night.
We respect diversity of ideas, but there is a way to do that in a lawful manner, and that's not what this is.
Throughout Israel, the anger boiled over. Three shots from behind. Three shots from behind. Three shots from behind.
Do you blame Mr. Netanyahu and the Likud for what has happened?
I do blame them. They showed him in the uniform of a Nazi.
And he wanted to expel the Jews. And Haj Amin al-Husseini went to Hitler and said, if you expel them, they'll all come here.
Hardline nationalist Ariel Sharon was sworn into the Israeli cabinet, taking the newly created post of Infrastructure's Minister. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu had...
What do you think about the Oslo Agreement?
We said no to peace!
What do you think about the Oslo Agreement?
Your presence in the government ensures the settlements.
That there will be no confiscation of land for housing in the territories.
Your presence in the government ensures the settlements.
Bibi Netanyahu faced the political consequences of Rabin's death.
But if he had not been assassinated, I would have beaten him in the elections.
Promising there would be no Palestinian state on his watch to
prevent Arab parties from unseating him.
Yeah, when I was a kid, when I was a young senator, I'd say, if I were a Jew, I'd be a Zionist. I am a Zionist. You don't have to be a Jew to be a Zionist. And it's really easy to say today that was pure political expediency. He said the civil rights movement did more to free the white man than the black man. And he said in only John Stennis fashion, he said, it freed my soul. Freed my soul. Strom Thurmond's soul is free.
Biden can't do that. His record has been a complete disaster. At this point, you have 6 in 10 Americans who doubt his mental capabilities. His record, his approval rating, rather, is at a near record low. Only 37% of Americans approve of his handling of the nation as a whole.
Wouldn't necessarily have a chance of getting elected against somebody with no great brain but a big smile. And that's a sad commentary for the political process.
This man! Talk about being prescient. A great gifted clairvoyance.
My name is Joe Biden. I love ice cream.
Joe Biden is the laughingstock of the world. His worsening cognitive decline, stumbles and mumbles have become the butt of many jokes for comedians and commentators.
I'm an ice cream guy. Is the ice cream down that way? Y'all gotta eat this ice cream. My name is Joe Biden. I love
Israel's response in Gaza to the Hamas attacks has led to protests across the U.S. demanding a ceasefire, with many calling for an end to U.S. military aid to Israel.
If you want my money, you better listen to me.
The U.S. provides about $3.8
billions and 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 billions and
billion dollars in aid to Israel every year. And since World War II, the U.S. has provided more foreign aid to Israel than any other country. Last year, President Biden,
Genocide Joe,
requested 14
billions and 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 billions and
$3 billion in additional assistance to Israel.
And I have some very smart friends don't agree with me. I had a friend who was a very smart guy and a very streetwise guy. A friend of mine, he's a world champion.
Genocide Joe! How many kids have you killed in Gaza?
Billions and billions and billions and billions and billions and billions and
Genocide Joe! How many kids have you killed in Gaza? How many women have you killed in Gaza?
Billions and 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 billions and
Genocide Joe! How many kids have you killed in Gaza? How many women have you killed in Gaza? Palestine!
Systematically targeted, murdered.
President Genocide Joe.
I voted for you! How can you be Genocide Joe? I voted for you! Women in Gaza are being murdered! Killing people in Gaza is a war crime! You are a war criminal! You are Genocide Joe!
Systematically targeted, murdered.
President Genocide Joe.
Is losing his mind.
President Genocide Joe.
Is losing his mind.
President Genocide Joe.
Oh, I think he is a war criminal. I have not forgotten, nor have you.
President Genocide Joe.
Oh, I think he is a war criminal. I have not forgotten, nor have you.
He exposed Joe Biden's familiar gaffe of mixing up countries.
And let's start with the leader of the free world, President Joe Biden, who is again mixing up countries, regions, days. Here he keeps calling Gaza Ukraine.
In the coming days, we're going to join with our friends in Jordan and others in providing airdrops of additional food and supplies into Ukraine, and seek to continue to open up other avenues into Ukraine, including the possibility of a Marine corridor.
Ooh, tough one. Looks like I'm going to have to phone a friend.
Good one, Mr. President.
Yeah, no, seriously, though, I'm going to need some help here.
I better not start the questions. I'll get in trouble.
Mitch, the U.S. acted in the following states: A, Irania, B, Armani, 4, Iraq, 7 in Iraq.
Sorry, Joe, I didn't quite catch that. Can you repeat it?
The U.S. Iraq is the final phase. The United States, Israel, 2A, Armenia, C, Iraq, F, the foothills of the Himalayas.
Joe, I have no idea what you're saying.
I better not start the questions. I'll get in trouble.
Give me the 50-50.
Mr. President.
Say, give me the 50-50, damn it.
All right, computer, take away 2 wrong answers and leave Joe with the correct answer and 1 remaining wrong answer.
Well, okay, I was leaning towards Armenia, so now I really don't know what to think.
I'll get in trouble.
What's your message for Super Tuesday voters? Everyone, please move this way. Super Tuesday, say, do you have a message for voters? Thanks, come on.
I mean, you could always ask the audience.
And let a public vote make an important decision? I don't think so.
I voted for you! How can you be genocide? No! I voted for you!
USA. That's it. The answer is A. A, final answer.
Israel has committed human rights violations in Gaza.
I have not forgotten, nor have you. And we will not forget.
Joe Biden is the laughingstock of the world. His worsening cognitive decline, stumbles and mumbles expose Joe Biden's latest humiliating stumbles.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to put him. America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to put him. America is a nation that can be defined in a single word.
That was Democratic presidential candidate Dean Phillips laying into the media for ignoring Americans' concerns and Trump voters. Later, Phillips took a shot at his fellow Democrats. Watch.
I got to tell you guys, I went to a Donald Trump rally a couple nights ago. Never been to one. I had an event across the street. I saw the line of people waiting in the cold for hours. And I thought, what the heck? You know, I'm going to be a leader who actually invites people, doesn't condemn them. Met probably 50 Trump people waiting in line. Every single one of them, thoughtful, hospitable, friendly. All of them so frustrated that they feel nobody's listening to them but Donald Trump. A diverse crowd, people who had never been to a Trump event before. My party is completely delusional.
Tudor, truer words never spoken. And the only qualifier to this is it makes me a little sad that he had to just talk directly to Trump voters to see, oh my gosh, they're just like us. Of course they are.
Last night in that debate, they defined their issues. They lined the marks in the sand. Number 1, Roe v. Wade. Okay, Hillary Clinton doesn't care about murdering babies.
Because we are all Americans and we are all facing the same issues. And those guys are facing the singular issue of not being listened to except for by one candidate.
But this message of MAGA extremist has painted an entire 75 million people as these crazy people, right? And Kaylee knows I used to be the person in line with all of those folks interviewing people. And he's exactly right. Diverse group, dedicated, dedicated to the country, not just dedicated to Trump. That's what people think. These are people who just love Trump. No, they love America. I've been when it's been below zero. I've been when it's been 100 degrees. They are dedicated because they feel like this country needs to be brought back. And that's what he saw. He saw genuinely loving people. And I love that he went out there and said that. And I think CNN was probably like, uh-oh. Uh-oh, we've been told the truth on.
Voting is a privilege in this country, and you need to be legal, not like California, where 3 million illegals voted.
Let's talk about that.
I'm glad I brought that up, Allison.
Me too, Paula. So where are you getting your information?
From the media.
We need a fair and free press. The press has not been fair, nor has it been free, but maybe someday they will be. They're being beaten up pretty badly. People aren't trusting them. They're not believing them. And really, it's a very important factor. The press used to be the policeman. It used to police our country. Now nobody has confidence in them, and we have to get that confidence back. It's so important for the success of our country.
But the media doesn't want a successful country. They want themselves to be successful, but they don't care if the country goes down the drain because of it. The media chooses the politicians for you.
Civil society is over because this is a totalitarian power play. It is an attempt to shut down any kind of dialectical search for truth and to occupy the sole allowable ideological ground. And that's a recipe for a society to halt dead in its tracks and go in reverse.
You see, in the good old days,
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country, and maybe there will be.
There needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
You got to be ready to throw a punch. You have to be ready to throw a punch.
Donald Trump, I think you need to go back and punch him in the face.
That I thought he should have punched him in the face.
Feel like punching him.
I'd like to take him behind the gym if I were in high school.
in the good old days, law enforcement acted a lot quicker than this. A lot quicker.
Nation and a two-state solution that respects borders is whoever is the next president, the Middle East conflict will continue to be an issue in Chile. Countries that have Palestinian cause is so close to home to so many. CNN Al Jazeera, Santiago.
Occupation
people now. I mean, it's crowded. Plus, they are bombing exactly beside the safe zone. So there is a lot of collateral damage. There is a lot of civilians injured and dead.
Can you tell me what kind of cases you're seeing?
I mean, in Doctors Without Borders and MSF, we have our field hospital, and majority of the cases that we see is related to the trauma, related to the war injuries cases. From burn, explosive injuries, and unfortunately now we are trying to evacuate patients who are able to walk.
Desperate
from our
is a mother
hospital
trying to find a way out
to be
of
ready
the
in case that our hospital will be under threat.
Doctor, can you tell me what is the psychological state of the patients you're seeing?
I mean, patients are, it's not all patients. I mean, the medical staff, the population, the patients are psychologically, they are broken. I mean, they lost their houses, they lost their families, their friends, they have no place to shelter, there is no security, there is no proper humanitarian needs, there is no food, proper food, there is no drinkable water, public water, there is nothing for life. So, I mean, it's not about the patients, it's about all the population, including us as well as actors here.
At the Kuwaiti, as a humanitarian, what is your message to the negotiators in Cairo from both Hamas and the Israeli government?
We are trying to stop the war. That's it. Ceasefire, stop the war. I mean, it's enough. I mean, the population really is in a very critical, catastrophic situation here in Gaza. So we are calling to stop the war.
Joining me now is retired security advisor to Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Thank you for joining us. How do you think Benjamin Netanyahu will respond to this pressure from the Americans, the freezing of the arms shipment, and the announcement that they are reviewing security cooperation with the government?
I don't know, because the interest of Israel is very clear. To dismantle the military capability of Hamas in Rafah. And for that we have to do it in Iraq. That stands against the will of the Americans to declare the beginning of the war and want to dismantle Hamas, but now they don't want us to go into Iraq. We understand that we have to move many civilians from the Rafah area and then city and prove that will be done.
Right, I mean, so what you're saying is whatever happens, and this echoes what the Prime Minister said to the nation yesterday, there will be some sort of full-scale Rafah operation in your view.
It's very much depends on
civilians here are now among the firing
chips.
It's a negotiating team in Cairo.
The
two sides are stuck on at least three issues.
First,
whether Israel's ceasefire is permanent or not, whether the first Israelis to be released from Hamas will all be alive, exactly how many and how often, and whether Hamas gets to choose exactly which of its prisoners are released from Israel.
There's a crisis of hope.
The question is whether the release of the hostages would be enough, because the Prime Minister keeps reiterating that Hamas will not be allowed to rebuild, will not be able to rearm, and that they must be destroyed, which suggests further military action.
A meaningful response.
Your recommendation is that
just across the Gaza border with Israel, the IDF has more tanks and troops ready to go in, despite American reassurances that the operation in Rafah will be limited in scope. Israel still says.
大丈夫。 myself out of the womb. I dance myself out of the womb. Is it strange to dance so soon? Dance myself into the tomb, 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 tomb.
Gee, supposing darkness did win out, wouldn't that be terrible? So we're constantly trembling and thinking that it may, because after all, isn't it odd that anything exists? It's most peculiar, it requires effort, it requires energy, and it would be so much easier for there to have been nothing at all. Therefore we think, well, since the is side of things is so much effort, you always give up after a while and you sink back into death. But death is just...
Self-understanding, or perhaps the attempt to understand the self, is a free fall down a rabbit hole with a landing that kills you. And the impossibility of understanding and communicating one's internal experiences while on this free fall lends itself to a lifetime of disquiet and disorientation. Reality as we experience it is as deluded and false and meaningful as the several dreams we had last night that dissolved upon awaking, never to be known or thought of again. Life is but a dream destined to be coated over with the fog of consciousness and forgotten upon the morning sunrise. If I write what I feel, it's to reduce the fever of feeling. What I confess is unimportant, because everything is unimportant.
I talk with you from my office in the West Wing of the White House, but tonight there's something special to talk about, and I've asked someone very special to join me. Nancy and I are here in the West Hall of the White House, and around us are the rooms in which we live. It's the home you've provided for us, of which we merely have temporary custody. Nancy's joining me because the message this evening is not my message, but ours. And we speak to you not simply as fellow citizens, but as fellow parents and grandparents and as concerned neighbors. It's back to school time for America's children, and while drug and alcohol abuse cuts across all generations, it's especially damaging to the young people on whom our future depends. So tonight, from our family to yours, from our home to yours, thank you for joining us. America has accomplished so much in these last few years, whether it's been rebuilding our economy or serving the cause of freedom in the world. What we've been able to achieve has been done with your help, with us working together as a nation united. Now, we need your support again. Drugs are menacing our society. They're threatening our values and undercutting our institutions. They're killing our children. From the beginning of our administration, we've taken strong steps to do something about this horror. Tonight, I can report to you that we've made much progress. 37 federal agencies are working together in a vigorous national effort. And by next year, our spending for drug law enforcement will have more than tripled from its 1981 levels. We have increased seizures of illegal drugs. Shortages of marijuana are now being reported. Last year alone, over 10,000 drug criminals were convicted, and nearly $250 million of their assets were seized by the DEA, the Drug Enforcement Administration. And in the most important area, individual use, we see progress. In 4 years, the number of high school seniors using marijuana on a daily basis has dropped from 1 in 14 to 1 in 20. The U.S. military has cut the use of illegal drugs among its personnel by 67% since 1980. These are a measure of our commitment and emerging signs that we can defeat this enemy. But we still have much to do. Despite our best efforts, illegal cocaine is coming into our country at alarming levels, and 4 to 5 million people regularly use it. 500,000 Americans are hooked on heroin. 1 in 12 persons smokes marijuana regularly. Regular drug use is even higher among the age group 18 to 25, most likely just entering the workforce. Today, there's a new epidemic, the smokable cocaine, otherwise known as crack. It is an explosively destructive and often lethal substance which is crushing its users. It is an uncontrolled fire. And drug abuse is not a so-called victimless crime. Everyone's safety is at stake when drugs and excessive alcohol are used by people on the highways or by those transporting our citizens or operating industrial equipment.
メだって言ったでしょ。おまけにマントなんかつけちゃって。
だけど子供たちにはミルクが必要なんだよ。
Come and see it. There you are. Can you see it now? Rain, you're gonna break that. Stop it, then we won't be able to sleep. Rain, you better come in and close it because the bugs are gonna get in there.
Rain, look at me. Rain, choose Tyler. Oh, no, wait, slow down, look at me. No, Rain, here. Stand right here. Now look at me the whole time. No, keep walking. Keep walking. Whoa, don't get too close. Stay back in. Wait, I'm taking pictures. Ow. Can you wait, stay there for a second. Okay, now look at me. So funny. Come on, let's go. Walk. Walk. In a second. Slow down. Slow down. Rain, I said slow down.
It's not like it's an instantaneous thing. This guy is living this, going through this pain, you know, for how long before his head dropped off, you know? Yeah, but still, it's not like it's an instant thing. Yeah, it's not good.
It's amazing how much fun she's having with it.
The fly swatter?
Does she not use her pacifier much anymore?
She can't live without it.
I'm nice now. I'm gonna be Rupert.
You're gonna be Rupert?
Tyler can be Rob.
Well, then you're gonna have to work pretty hard. Rupert's a worker.
He's a fisherman.
You gotta start cooking.
Get some wood. I don't know how to get fish.
He gets the wood, he does the cleanup, he does everything.
I'm just not doing that.
When is that tree been bad?
Who is that one guy?
Hey, pizza.
Oh, all right, just wait.
When it's ready, can you just shove it in my mouth?
Don't you be a smartass.
I'll crank the atrocity channel.
Hydrate level 4,
I heard you
please.
on the wireless back in 52. Lying awake intently tuning in on you. If I was young,
Is it ready?
you come and
Here you go.
Oh boy, Mom. You sure can hydrate a pizza.
They took the credit for your second symphony. Rewritten by machine on new technology. And now I understand the problems you could see.
I have a hard time getting back.
I met your children.
Thank you.
What did you tell them?
And here it is, the greatest advance in television since color television itself.
Pictures came and broke your heart. And now we meet in an abandoned studio.
It enhances
We hear
any
the
decor.
playback and it seems so long ago. And you remember the jingles used to go. You were
Modern
the
style.
first one. You were the last one.
Video killed the radio star. Video killed the radio star.
In my mind and in my car. We can't rewind, we've gone too far.
Superb camping, mastercrafted in the finest wood.
Video killed the radio star. Video killed the radio star.
In my mind and in my car. We can't rewind, we've gone too far.
Se la bajó de la red, vimos gratis, no volveremos a pagar por ver una peli. Muchachos, os quiero prestos para matar. Vamos a ir a la caza.
At White House Senior Living, our residents feel right at home. Our vibrant facility offers delightful activities and outings, round-the-clock professional care, and exquisite house-made meals.
Well, I've been eating everything that's put in front of me. I've been eating all Italian foods, basically.
And ice cream.
And ice cream, chocolate chip ice cream.
White House Senior Living, where residents feel like presidents.
And I realized quickly when I knew I should that the world was made up of this brotherhood of man. For whatever that means.
And so I